And we are live. Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 396. Today is Tuesday, May 7th. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
At 3-ish. In today's stories, we'll be talking about Chinese giant WeChat banning crypto transactions. FBI has seized a popular dark market search site. FTC sues smart backpack crowdfunder who spent the proceeds on, yes, you guess what, and Starbucks to track coffee using Microsoft's blockchain service. But first, do we have a free cryptic coin winner of yesterday?
Unfortunately, we do not have a free winner from yesterday. However, stay tuned, and we will have a winner today.
There we go. And if you're seeing or experiencing a lag right now, it is because the software looks like it's still updating. So pardon us on that. What's going on, Shen, Allen, Milto? Hello.
What's going on?
Top story. Chinese social media giant WeChat bans crypto transactions in its payment policy.
Yeah.
I love the artwork as always. You got the Chinese red state here. Got the stars, like some card players and Bitcoin's like, what did I do wrong, man? I'm just trying to... I didn't do nothing. I'm just trying to walk through. This should actually be on that Bitcoin and Friends episode where he walks through like some red guards in a Chinese square or something. He's like, look, man, somebody sent me this way to pay for some groceries. I don't know what's wrong or whatever, but it's pretty cool. It looks like Chinese social media giant and payment service provider WeChat has banned cryptocurrency transactions in its payments policy. Dovey Wan, founding partner of crypto investment firm Primitive, tweeted the news on May 7th. Another big news story coming via tweet. What's going on here, and why did WeChat, do that? I thought WeChat was kind of getting pro Bitcoin, crypto. What's going on?
Well, it looks as though China has basically pulled out the iron fist and said, yeah, you thought you were going to use Bitcoin, but not exactly. Juan, who's actually the founding partner of a crypto investment firm Primitive, says that over-the-counter transactions are happening on WeChat, meaning people are basically texting each other, hey, I'll give you cash for Bitcoin, and this may impact local liquidity to some extent. However, we know China runs the mining game, so I'm sure they have plenty of Bitcoin coming in. And honestly, the WeChat taking out Bitcoin news isn't very big. I do think they will have blockchain implemented somehow at some point, but the Bitcoin aspect of it, they control everything, people. It's China. They're not going to let you get away with it. If you have a good idea, you might as well just walk it right on over to the government, because they're going to either steal it or pay for it. So there's no way to really get around it. Bitcoin is no different. So it's good to see that they're being honest and just like, yeah, you're not going to be using Bitcoin on this platform. But WeChat is not a big deal for people in the U.S., but it is very big in China. So this is pretty big news, and I think it'll affect it for the short term, not long term, though.
And it looks like Wan expressed his concern that, and by the way, again, that's W. Wan, the founding partner of the crypto investment firm Primitive. Mm-hmm. He basically expressed the concern that I had it in front of me and I left it, people. He said this may impact the local liquidity to quite some extent. Is what he's thinking. Well, I don't believe that. I mean, granted, the price isn't showing it, but I don't believe it anyway because, China's making it almost illegal in every sector to do anything with crypto. So I don't understand how it can impact the local liquidity. And, furthermore, when you're talking about things like Bitcoin, you can impact the local liquidity. Like it's a virtual currency. You call it yourself virtual, right? So why does it matter where you're at?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like these rules are going to be coming into force, as you see here, on May 31st. States that, quote, merchants may not engage in illegal transactions such as virtual currency, the issuance of tokens, selling pornography, or online gambling. That is right. By you using digital currency,
The trifecta.
It is in the same line of selling porn, which is also legal, people having sex, and online gambling. So this is madness.
Yeah, well, that's China for you.
Right. All you kids, you do what we tell you to do. You're not allowed to go have your own fun. Hey, at the end of the day, maybe they're saving their population with the exception of the crypto side. What's going on, Pisa, Allison Thompson, New Legacy? Shannon Allen said this is why the investors enjoy the CryptoCoin booth at the Singapore conference. They like the privacy aspect.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Crypto.
Billionaires love privacy.
Ryan Coop, what's going on? Tessa Hall, hello, Hall. What's going on, Antonio? This is crazy. Again, this shows you the power. Somebody said, "Commies got a commie." It's showing you the power of cryptocurrency not only has an entire country multiple times banned and let it happen and rebanned it, whatever China likes to do, but now you have huge private companies, as you said, they probably got a tap on the shoulder, but you got private companies, which really aren't private in China, but they're also banning it. So it's unfortunate for the people in China, but all they're doing is making people more aware that didn't know. I mean, China has over 1 billion people, 1.2 billion people, whatever. Looks like the number of overall users allegedly reached $1.098 billion by the end of last year for WeChat users. So literally their entire country just about, well, I can't say because 200 million don't use it, but almost 1.1 billion use it. So that's pretty big. Now you're telling 1.1 billion people you're not allowed to do it, have a certain aspect on there. That means a bunch of people are going to say, wait, what? Crypto, Bitcoin?
Why would you be taking it away?
I can't. Why would you take it away? What is this? Wait, okay, so.
And there's always been a black market for Bitcoin, and we'll discuss one of them later that got caught, but that's not going away. It's pretty much like any industry where if you try to ban it and people want it, they'll find a way until regulators come around, and then it'll be all, rainbows and daisies and unicorns from that point. But right now is the struggle, so this is what you get.
Right.
WeChat banning Bitcoin.
Geo Tom said, exchange hack, FUD or not. I didn't hear about this exchange getting hacked. I don't even want to mention it and send people into a frenzy right now.
Which one?
CZ.
Oh, CZ's
I didn't hear about a hack. Did you?
Nah, haven't heard of it. But
haven't heard of it yet. Yeah, so possibly FUD, but we'll see when we get off.
Yeah.
Milton said, I wonder if U.S. tariffs will affect China's position on cryptos. Yes.
They're going to use cryptocurrency.
Right.
They have been using cryptocurrency. Right. That's why the control is necessary, because they need to be able to, one, tax miners because they mine most of the supply, and also, two, keep it under the control for the likelihood that they are moving away from the U.S. dollar. Unfortunately, this tariff deal doesn't look good for our regular financial economy, but it looks great for cryptocurrency long term.
And again, this is what we talk about, that slippery slope. When countries are turning to crypto. Again, the U.S., we some good front runners right now. We haven't experienced what it's like in a virtually bad money market, the extended period of time, and then even having other countries band together to sanction us. Luckily we haven't experienced that. So, imagine that were to happen here. Yes, we would use crypto. Everybody's going to use crypto eventually if a bunch of countries are sanctioning them. So we're definitely about to see at the governmental level as well.
We got to rip the Band-Aid off at some point.
Right, exactly. Speaking of ripping the Band-Aid off, the FBI seizes a popular dark market search site, Deep.Web, for money laundering.
Man.
I swear, it's so 50-50 now whenever I hear money laundering. I'm not sure if I should actually believe it, and it's some nefarious criminals in the dark corner doing something.
Very, very
or
open.
If it's regular people trying to earn an honest buck that hasn't been regulated or over-regulated yet. So you never know. But in this case, it looks like the FBI has seized the Deep.Web, a comparison search system and news site about dark web markets, accusing the outfit of money laundering. It's starting to sound like the latter already. Police in 5 countries arrested the alleged operators, including 2 Israelis and moderators in France, Germany, and the Netherlands, in a sweeping international raid disclosed Tuesday, and took down the .com and .onion sites, replacing them with notices of seizures, as you saw here.
The big fat.
I'm telling you, people,
been seized.
If you ever, I was gonna say, if you ever been on the website and seen this, oh man, not only does it make your heart drop, it either makes your heart drop or flutter. Makes your heart drop if you're searching from your regular local IP address. It makes your heart flutter if you're like, I'm glad you used that VPN today. I did not want nothing to do with this guy right here.
Oh yeah, and this should teach people a lesson about dark websites. We've said it plenty of times here before. Silk Road's been taken down. Silk Road 2.0 is taken down. There's plenty of other, undercover sites that have been taken down. The FBI, the NSA, they have unlimited resources, and they have people who have already been on the inside, and they can flip people as well. They can catch someone who's done something nefarious and say, hey, you can either take 10 years or you can get off and give us the name of whoever created this website. They're most likely going to win. So at the end of the day, if you're a criminal using cryptocurrency, as we've said before, that is probably not the best use case of cryptocurrency is money laundering. You will probably get caught because of the transparency. Opposed to what Joseph Stiglitz said, it is very transparent, and you can be found depending on the transactions that you made. So this is one of the many takedowns the FBI has done. Not surprised at all, but I am kind of surprised that they took down somebody who was this kind of small. They didn't really make that much money.
So we think.
Yeah, so we think.
Yeah.
But This doesn't seem like a huge billion-dollar takedown like Silk Road was. This is more of a smaller website.
Okay, I got you. We haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, more of a smaller website, but hey, they're out there. Keep trying to tell people.
It looks like the seizure follows the arrest of 2 German nationals who ran Wall Street markets, which, despite the name, dealt in illicit goods rather than stocks and bonds. Now, I kind of wonder with that, are these 2 German nationals also part of these sites, or was this just more FUD to make that story even sweeter? But right now, it looks like it's unclear what the suspects are charged with. At this time, aside from 18 USC 1956, a U.S. anti-money laundering statute that could carry a sentence up to 20 years in prison. I want to know. We talking about 20 years with somebody's life,
and that's why free Ross is so important, because money laundering carries up to 20 years, and if there was any allegations of what he was doing, they started throwing in all types of stuff, because there's no way he should have got life off of building a website, but then they start throwing in everything else. So that's sort of where that came from. But yeah, if money laundering only gets up to 20 years, there's a lot of people, like I said, that's gotten off really light.
hey, there's only one group of people allowed to launder money around here, and it's called the U.S. government and banks. All right. Speaking of government, FTC sues smart backpack crowdfunder who spent proceeds on Bitcoin. Listen, if this is true, again, this is where regulation works at it will, but good, great. Like, come on, FTC, SEC, FINRA, like NRA, like how many organizations need to regulate the crypto market at this infancy stage? If that is literally a bunch of people digging in, but it looks like FTC, they haven't been able to assert their claim on cryptocurrency yet, and they actually have been trying to do it slowly but steadily.
Our turn, guys.
Right, exactly. And they're starting off by suing this smart backpack guy. What happened with this story?
Oh yeah, well, the FTC brought a lawsuit before the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Texas, alleging that the startup dubbed iBackpack, which sounds kind of scammy, and its officer and authorized signatory Douglas Monahan misused a large share of $800,000 raised during 4 crowdfunding campaigns from consumers. So he had 4 different raises, raised $800K. He took the money and basically went to ATMs, bought Bitcoin, and then used it on his own from there. The FTC actually states that unfair or deceptive acts or practices in or affecting commerce are the reason that they're saying he violated the act. They were saying, hey, if you raise money, you're supposed to at least try and work on the product.
Right.
It doesn't look like he tried at all. I mean, honestly, he is kind of dumb for doing this because...
And just go.
Yeah. Because you take the money, you buy Bitcoin, you have to at least show pay a developer, just one developer, like $5,000. At least try. But he didn't do it here, so FCC definitely looked into it, and unfortunately, they are about at $1 million that they moved. So... unfortunate for them, the FTC is coming down. They need their pub to SEC. All these other places have already gotten it. FTC wants to join into the fight.
There it is. And it's crazy when you look at this. I mean, of course this is wrong regardless if this bet would have panned out or not. As you stated, it is wrong. The money was for to be used on the project. You didn't use any money toward the project. But, on the flip, it looks like he got caught by that bear market because, listen, I get it. You get a quick $800,000 in 2017, 2018. There's one place that thing is going, right?
Yeah.
Except this time he probably thought he can get in, get it out, keep a couple on the side. In fact, give everybody their money back and be like, what, crowdfund over. We're not even doing backpacks no more. We got a whole new market.
We don't even do nothing.
Yeah, but he got caught with his pants down. Basically, it's one of those things people were like, okay, it's been a year and a half. We haven't seen no backpack. We don't see no money. What's going on, buddy? And the FTC was like, we got you.
I mean, he could have got 100 JanSports and cut off the tag and just just attach the iPod to it or something. But nah, definitely got greedy there.
It's kind of interesting to me in general. How does the FTC have, how do they have the I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? How do they have the claim on this, jurisdiction on this? Federal Trade Commission. I kind of get it, but not really. I feel like, if anything, local police could have taken care of this, arrested him, and he went to court. Like, the FTC got involved. That should tell you some people. That's when the feds are watching. You know what I'm saying? That is when the feds are watching. When there's little stuff like, man, I just got stopped by a red light, The FBI pulled me over, though. Like, you are under investigation, son. You might want to figure out your life right now. This is real. But
grab your keys and run, boy.
Hilarious. They got the FTC coming down. I mean, really think about that. I mean, it's not even $1 million. You're talking about trying to assert their claim and make sure they're known in the crypto market. So you guys are going to be the mom and pop police. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Ryan Cooper said, would love to buy a Bitcoin ATM with 4 or 5 of everybody and split the profits via a smart card. There you go. Or smart contract, excuse me. Pisa said, how is your Bitcoin ATMs performing?
Oh, yeah, going good. Yeah, they running like regular.
Yeah. And then you did already mention the FTT stance. You know, they don't have to promise the ideal work, but as long as you're working on it. But again, people, federal agencies coming down for less than $1 million. You need to ask yourself how and why.
Oh, yeah.
Them boys are watching. Starbucks to track coffee using Microsoft blockchain service. That's correct. Right, exactly. Starbucks is moving to give consumers more information on its coffee products using a blockchain system that will track beans from farm to cup. Now, here's the thing about this incredible blockchain system before we dive deeper into it. Are you not already tracking the beans from farm to cup?
Yeah. What exactly are the beans doing now? Yeah.
What will be the difference with you all adding in this buzzword blockchain to get this stock bubbling? I mean, what's going on here? Is this Microsoft's blockchain? What is their blockchain? Where does this come from?
I think Starbucks has gotten pretty stale as far as something new coming out, so they needed a new buzzword to bring out all the middle-aged house moms.
Hilarious.
And nothing brings out middle-aged house moms more than farm to cup or blockchain technology or some little flurry of buzzwords that make them feel like their coffee is good.
Don't listen to them. I'm at the farmer's market on Sundays, people. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the coffee beans, like, I don't know, it's like blood diamonds, kind of like no blood beans. I don't want our beans to come from a place where it's slavery. But they're basically saying, we're going to do farm to cup, and they're using Microsoft's blockchain Azure service, which is available to anybody. So really, it's just an enterprise type of solution for them to be able to track from farm to cup, much like we have people or different companies trying to go straight from the farm to the table or straight from the warehouse to your home. So these types of data tracking and being able to do it efficiently on a blockchain will be used. We've already seen it. And honestly, only reason it's news is because blockchain is a buzzworthy name. The technology itself shouldn't even really come up in the news, but it is popular right now. For example,
it actually doesn't make sense to be mentioning blockchain tech. That makes no sense.
Were describing their apps, and then they went on to describe exactly how TCP/IP worked right behind it, or that it's a part of a TCP/IP protocol. You'd be like, so does it work? Like, whatever. So this is sort of pandering, like Trek. I love when he says that the devil's in the details, because it really is. I mean, most of the news stories are just glossing over great PR stunts. And Starbucks has the money to do it.
Oh, great PR.
We'll see how that works. I'm sure people will be glad to look into their coffee cups and be like, yes, I know exactly where it came from because of the blockchain.
I mean,
but most people would not care.
They could just use the Gem and the Crypto's private blockchain where we have this online sales sheet on Google Docs that's open to everyone, and we have Starbucks and all their suppliers on the day they do anything with the coffee beans, insert into there what's happening with it, where they're being transported to, and then another person going back in the system saying we received it.
Yep.
All right, that's a private blockchain. People, it's centralized. The whole point is to disperse it. What happens if we get hacked off this blockchain? So it's one of those things where, as you said, beautiful words, buzzwords.
They mean nothing.
Wait until cloud services become bigger. They're gonna be like, we got our blockchain services on the cloud. We're using
Amazon already.
We're using Azure. We're using Amazon, right? Whatever. Like that would be the next buzzword. People are like, as you said, what does the cloud? What does these services have to do with the coffee?
Yeah, there's people still right now that don't realize the cloud is just a computer, a big computer.
That's
some people think
true.
the cloud is
an actual cloud.
It's like somewhere floating in space somewhere. So, some people don't understand that, but they don't need to. As long as it's a good product, then blockchain technology will be around. It's already there.
There we go. Oh, wow. It looks like we actually missed a lot of comments. So before we head out, I want to hit on some of these. Maximilian Price was going in and said the check-in. Of course, the marathon's out here. Milto said, I wonder if U.S. tariffs will affect... Oh, yeah, we did talk about that. China's position on cryptos. Let's go on Edwin IT. Ryan Cooper said China will be forced into the cryptoverse.
Yeah.
LOL, Better Call Saul. That is pretty funny. Better Call Saul. I never saw the show, but he was pretty good on Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I never saw the show. The spinoff.
Oh, you're right. Ryan Cooper said, I wonder... I'm assuming he's talking about the federal agencies. I wonder when they're going to have a huge crypto department. Or the IRS, when the IRS will have a huge crypto. Oh, you already know.
Good luck.
They're gearing up on it. Right now, it's just not enough people educated.
Yeah.
And trust me, here's a good thing about something like that. I think, honestly, for the next 5 to 7 years, they can only target high value, whatever you want to call them. I would say clients, but they can only target high value targets.
Yeah.
Because, and with the exception of this case with the FTC, is basically bottom feeding because they have no real authority or power. They're just coming in. I'm just kidding, FTC. I don't want y'all on me. But no, they're not going to be going. They don't have enough people to learn about this stuff. Think about the average person when you call the government who answers the phone. I'm telling you now, they do not know anything, not only about cryptocurrency and blockchain tech, but technology in general.
Yeah.
I was talking to a company today. It was pretty funny. In order for me to receive money from them, it's like I need to do faxes. They got to mail this stuff, all the emails. I'm just like, wait, what faxes? And but in order for them to receive, but in order for them to receive money, you literally just go online and make a payment. So it's one of those things. Where it's like, all right, like y'all playing dumb, like y'all understand technology now when it's in your benefit. But it's going to be the same thing for government service. You talking about IRS, FTC, all these people. Like, do you know how complicated regulation and laws will be for blockchain technology as it increases to expand or as it continues to expand? So you add that on top of the knowledge of actually knowing each individual case and what's going on. It's not happening. We don't have the money to train people right now.
The time, the resources.
We don't have none of that. So I don't see it happening on a wide scale in the short term.
Just the high value people.
Yeah. Jason M said that guy was a dumb criminal. Thank God. He's like the criminal who opened some unlicensed weed shops. They could have just stayed in the black market. Hey.
There's a lot of people like that.
Everybody want to shine. We just said that one day. I think the kids call it clout chasing.
I think the kids call it.
What's going on, Trek? Unknown. What's going on, unknown? So you got to catch me. What's going on, Malik Howard? He's co-signing that. Richard Serween, what's going on? G-Day lads, lots of love from Australia. Thank you.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, there we go. Hypno. I tried an Australian accent, but everybody told me it was terrible. I got some Australian friends, so I just let it go. Hypnogogia, watch trade through Dexys.
That seems to be happening a lot.
All right. Other than that, what are we doing for the free CryptoCoin day?
Oh, yeah. So for the free CryptoCoin, the FBI seized Deep.web, took their website down. Do you think there are others to be taken down? Are there websites that are on the dark web that you have seen being taken down? Let us know what you think. Put your CryptoCoin address, and we'll send those free coins to you.
And since we're talking about the dark web, people don't get too crazy in the comments, all right? We're not trying to get this channel banned out here.
Let us know some of the funny ones that have already been taken down.
Yeah, some of the funnier
but
ones.
Don't snitch on the ones that are still going.
Well, no, I'm not talking. I'm talking some of these dark websites get dark. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear about
straight cryptocurrency.
Yeah, crypto and money related stuff, people.
Yeah.
They get real crazy on the thing. We're like, oh my God, how did you even know about this? Like,
yeah.
Other than that, folks, have a happy Tuesday, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.